Yo, what up, everybody? Your boy Kevlar here. Today I want to tell you guys about civil forfeiture and how I was able to get back over $5,000 in seized drug money. Well, at least that's what they called it at the time. So I'm cruising. I'm about 10 seconds away from my house, okay? At this point, I had been on the run for about almost 2 years, okay? I'm on the low. I'm in this small town, out in the woods, minding my business, staying out the way. I drive past the state trooper one night. He jumps behind me, threw the blues on.
Oh, motherfucking fuck, God.
He goes to pull me over. I get out. Mind you, my license is suspended, and I have a warrant, as I mentioned. So I'm not gonna sit here and just let you handcuff me, bro. You're gonna have to earn that paycheck tonight. So as he's walking me towards his police car with no handcuffs on, fuck out of here. I decide to Usain Bolt.
You come in my neighborhood and smoke dope? All right, okay. Oh, yeah?
I juked him, straight up. I dipped, I'm gone. I get around the building, my shoe goes flying off. Pew! I look behind me, I don't see the cop. So I hop over and put my shoe back on and dip into my building. The building where my apartment was.
God damn, I lost him! Talk to me, people. You gotta...
Little while later, I eventually get caught, obviously. SWAT team, helicopters, they shut this shit down. Got into the apartment finally, beat the shit out of me, okay? They fucked me up. So now I'm in the back of the cop car, spitting out pieces of broken teeth. And the cop's like, why would you run, man? I was just gonna write you a citation for the suspended license. Oh.
What? What an idiot! Oh, what a loser! Good.
Tried to put me in your cop car. Look, I got warrants. I'm ready to clear these shits up. Said, oh, okay, that makes sense. Well, the cop gets reamed out by his superiors while I'm still on the scene, sitting in the back seat. And they must have coached him to say that I assaulted him. I don't know. Either that or he just made the story up because he didn't want to get in trouble. Either way, I ended up getting charged with assault on a state trooper. But that didn't happen. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to try to sound tough. I just ran. Call the K9 down. They searched my car. In my car, they find a backpack. In the bag, there was about $3,500, $3,400 cash, along with some drugs. I get charged with distribution of class.
Here we go. A, B, C, D, E.
The whole alphabet. I also had exactly $2,000 in my pocket. We get to the state police barracks. They take my property, and then they count my money. Now, because there was drugs found, they were already hitting me with, you know, how did you get this much money? Why are you walking around with this much money? And honestly, $5,000 isn't all that much money, but it's just enough for them to raise suspicion and to justify seizing my shit. But I told them it was my savings. They said, well, we believe that this money came from drug sales, so we're gonna seize it. So then they took the $2,000 from my pocket, which should have went in my property bag because it was in my pocket. And then the money that they found with the drugs in the backpack, put it all together. They then had me sign a seized currency receipt. On the seized currency receipt, it just marks down the description of currency, how many of each denomination. So for instance, 21 $1 bills, 5 $5 bills, 11 $10 bills, and so on. You get the picture. Then they have you sign it. It's signed by the officer doing the seizure and a witness, which is another officer. So they then take the money, throw it in a safe. Because I was being held on these cases, I would sit for a while. After about 2-3 months, the feds came and indicted me on a completely separate case from 2 years prior. So now I'm fucked. I'm not going anywhere.
Bye-bye, dickhead. See you in Attica, dick.
Fast forward, it would be 6 years later before I returned home. When I came home, I found these papers, this seized currency receipt. This is when I decided I'm gonna start making phone calls and see what I can do to track this money down.
There's the fucking money.
I first called the courthouse. They couldn't help me. Then I finally called the police station, the state police barracks. They gave me the runaround, of course. And then I finally tracked down the treasurer, the right guy. After, 15, 20 minutes of just drilling me with questions, he's really pushing back. Like, listen, after 6 years, we usually don't hold on to stuff that long. And you were convicted on a drug crime, like you went and did 6 years in prison. Most likely, I can almost guarantee you that that money's gone. So don't get your hopes up. Okay, I figured this would happen. I wasn't expecting him to say, oh yeah, hey, what's up, pal? Finally made it home, huh? Yeah, hey, come on down, man. Come get this money. The point is, I wanted to know where my money went. It's gotta be logged. Whoever moves that money has to log it and say where they sent it to. Otherwise, someone stole it. So he says, how did you think to call us? Who told you that this money was still here? I had a paid lawyer. He's the one who was working my cases. And he's the one who told me that there was never a forfeiture filed for this money and that it would still be there. He asked me my lawyer's name. That was that. He says, I got to look into it more. I'll get back to you. Calls me back about a week later to let me know the DA is not interested in pursuing the forfeiture of funds. Go there the next day, gave me the check. What's the point in all this? So I'm showing you front to back how this is supposed to work, okay? This is how it worked in my case. I'm from Massachusetts. We do have some of the worst seizure and forfeiture laws in the country. Now, you got to understand, civil forfeiture came about in 1970. The feds started using it during the war on drugs.
It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you.
And what they described as a tool to financially weaken major gangs that were selling drugs, organized drug rings, and kingpins. Like, they were going after major players. Nowadays, it's not uncommon for an officer to snatch up $10, $15, $20 and seize that money. An officer actually seized $10 from a homeless man.
I got to get mines, and I gotta go get this dick.
In, I believe, Worcester County. So why the fuck would they do that? Well, DA and law enforcement came together and realized they can just use civil forfeiture to snatch up people's shit based off the fact that they stopped you in a high crime zone, a red zone, an area that's known to law enforcement as high gang and crime activity. And most people assume it's gone. So they'll wait until they have hundreds of cases where police seized property from somebody. So now we're ready to file one single hearing for all, let's say, 300 people. And rather than reach out to all 300 people, they'll run an ad somewhere in the back of the newspaper. The DA and whatever department seized the property are able to split any property that goes unclaimed or is deemed forfeited. So it's real bullshit, real shady shit going on. I was lucky in my case for sure. It was as easy as me just picking up the phone. I didn't have to go to court, didn't have to call a lawyer or anything like that. But here's what I want you guys to do. If you ever find yourself in this type of situation, or if you're going through something like this right now and you just didn't know, what I want you to do is stop making calls. Now, when you get somebody on the phone, don't sound like you're brand new. Don't sound like you don't know what the fuck's going on. You want to sound like you've already spoken to your attorney and they're the ones who told you to call. You know for a fact your money or your property is being held in either the police station or the courthouse, and you need answers. You want something in writing saying that it was sent out. And don't let them just jerk you around, because they're going to spin you if you let them. That's the bottom line. They don't want you to get your shit back. Hopefully you guys out there gained some value, you learned something new, and now you understand how civil forfeiture works. Catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe, stay sucker free, and stay out the way.